guys, a living joke here, and I am here with another album review. I just got done listening to Katobooki's, I think it's spelled Katobooki's, new album, Neon Forest, Suicide Forest. Let's review. This is the first ambient experimental vapor trap project from Kotobuki, I think is his name. I'm going to look it up later, and I'm gonna put it on the screen, like right now. This is his first album, and for a first album, this is really good. Well, this is the first EP from Kotobuki, and it's really great. Spoilers for my thoughts. It's probably my favorite project that I've listened to this year thus far. This is track 1, and these names are very, very hard to pronounce because they're all Japanese, most of them, except for 2 tracks. The first track is really ambient, has this really ambient piano sample with a mellow snap beat. It's a bass beat and some toms and a snap beat. It loops and layers itself by itself and kind of adds stuff. It's very progressive, and it keeps adding stuff onto it. And it's a very nice short track that kind of blends all these elements together, and it shows like a great start for this album. Track 2 is Deep Sea Diving, one of the very few tracks with an actual name. It has this like very sparse hi-hat and airy bass back that's kind of like backing a very washed out sample reverb. It's very reverberated. It sounds kind of skeleton-y. Although the beat is pushed a little too towards the front, the melody is kind of in the back for me. But it's still a very good track. The third track is Hoop, a reverberated snap beat. This album has a very, very fondness for snap beats. Not a lot of snare action, just a lot of... If you like more mellow beats, then this album definitely has a lot of them, although I don't think that would be a selling factor for a Vaporwave album, especially a Vaporwave album. But there's this really reverberated snap beat that guides this like Mallsoft kind of track. It's kind of a Mallsoft fusion tune, Mallsoft vapor trap fusion tune, and it sounds almost like IDM in its composition and construction, with its like calm stuttering synths, not exactly phasery, but just kind of stuttering, like, and it has this really weird pitched vocal melody. And it keeps a damn fine groove with its bass. Its bass is really great. You can hear it, it's kind of pushed up to the front of the mix right behind the synths, which I quite like. My least favorite parts of this album are when the beats are kind of pushed more to the front of the mix, and track 3 really does a great job when it comes to layering all the instrumental stuff together. Track 4 kind of sounds like early Skeletons, Holograms era Skeleton, really, mixed in with later Blank Banshee. It's very interesting mix. It has a snap beat, it has another snap beat, which is getting kind of old, but I still really like it. I still really like the sound that they're going for, but the beats are kind of not really changing. But it has this really nice distant melody pushed to the back of the mix again, which a little bit of a problem, but the melody is so great and you can still actually hear it that it doesn't bother me as much. And it bleeds kind of into track 5, which has almost a reversed shifted melody and an ethnic, almost inspired beat, and a looping sax for a very, very, very mellow closing track. All these tracks are kind of connected together, and it kind of peaks and then drops, and then it ends really soft and stuff, and it's a really nice composition for the tracks on the album. It's very, very masterful. And overall, this album is really great. It's the best EP or album I've listened to this year so far. And it's a debut EP for some alias for possibly a bigger Vaporwave artist, considering its sound. But I think Kotobuki, whoever he is, pulled through with this release. It sounds very distant, airy, mellow, very inspired, very driven. Admittedly, I haven't listened to a lot of experimental Vaporwave. I've listened to a lot of Vaporwave, ironic Vaporwave, and Vapor Trap and Mallsoft and Future Funk and all that good jazz, but not much experimental stuff. So, but this album definitely makes me interested. And I think that's really cool. So overall, I give this album a 4.5 out of 5. I would give it a 5, but there are a tiny bit of problems with it. But overall, I definitely recommend this album. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm forewarned. Like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want. You're not a bourgeoisie swine. So, whatever. And I will see you guys later.